All right, good morning. It is Tuesday. We are going out for a run. AJ and I. Let's look here. Hey AJ, how you doing? You ready to go for a run? Yeah, so me and AJ are gonna go out for a little run here. I'm just gonna go for about 50 minutes or so. And nice and easy, nothing, no workout or anything. And we're just gonna get it done. And yeah, I'll see you after that. Bye-bye. Okay, about 3.5 miles in here. Getting some sun on my head. I have a terrible tan line from this hat. So my wife is begging me to run without a hat for a little while, so I'm doing that today. But yeah, 3.5 miles. Just taking a nice little walk break here. A little bit longer walk break. I don't know, feeling a little weird. A little, not like my heart rate got a little high there, so I'm just gonna walk a little bit. Almost down here to the park, and then I'm gonna pick it back up and run the rest of the way. Yeah. Okay, just wanted to check in and show you my terrible tan line on my head. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to it here, and I will talk to you when I'm done. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Not feeling good today though. I was running at about 3 miles. Everything was going good. And then all of a sudden I had like a kind of a spike in my heart rate. And man, I started feeling terrible after that. Not sure it's like something to do with blood sugar or what, but it's no good. And I took a walk. I walked probably like almost half a mile, and let my heart rate come back down. And then I took back off, and started getting lightheaded. Just barely ran for like 1/10 of a mile, and then I noticed that I started feeling a little woozy. So yeah, I don't know what that is all about, but if it happens again, I'll probably go see a doctor. That was pretty scary. Maybe it's just dehydration though. So I'm gonna go home and drink an element or something, or drink some kind of hydration drink, and kind of see if that helps. I don't know. I feel okay now, just walking. But I mean, it was like as soon as I started running, it hit me. Very odd. Don't like that at all. And I would have kept pushing, but running with AJ, I don't want to take any chances out here. I can pass out or something, and AJ's just stuck in a stroller out here by himself. So yeah, I don't know. That was weird, but yeah, we're gonna head home and get some liquids, try to hydrate, and hopefully that helps. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna quit rambling, just go home, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Jen,
You ready to play?
Yeah.
do you see my?
Go. Boing.
Okay, so I'm out here in my garage tonight. I'm gonna print some sweatshirts for Fleet Feet. So yeah, I'm just kind of walk through the process here. This is my little side business I have, Craft and Press Apparel. Just do screen printing shirts, sweatshirts, that type of thing. But yeah, so we're gonna get going. I'll get the ink ready for, I have to do a chemical cure on that because I don't have a proper curing station here, not with like a conventional dryer. So I use just a flash, and I use warp drive to do a chemical cure on the ink. And so I'll weigh that out, get that all set up, get the ink on the screen, and then set it up and print some shirts. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of go through it one by one and show you how it's done. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to measure out some of the ink I have pre-mixed up already, just some navy. I'm going to measure it out, and then I will add in 1.5% warp drive to give it that chemical cure. All right, so now we're going to weigh out some ink. So I think I'll probably just start with about 150 here. I don't think I'll need nearly that much. So now what we'll do is we're just going to weigh out some warp drive. So we need 2.1 grams. 2.1. All right, went a little over, but that's okay. Just barely. So give that a nice mix up, and then we'll be ready to print some shirts. So I'm gonna do this navy on that butter yellow, and then I'll do white on the navy. It's the same print, so I'll just clean the screen off and then do the navy right after I do these yellows. So, all right, yeah, we'll move over to the screen now and get ready to print. Okay, next step is I'm gonna get some adhesive on these platens to get the shirt stuck down real nice. So, should just be able to pour that out. That was way too much. So just rub that on, get a nice even coat on there. It needs to be pretty sticky for these sweatshirts because they, you know, they're a lot thicker material. They tend to let off a lot of lint on here, so I'll have to constantly clean these off, but I also need them nice and sticky so they don't pull up off the screen. All right, so now should be able to run a test print real quick and make sure it looks good. So yeah, just use these little sheets as a test run for ink. Make sure the ink's flowing through the screen right. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this screen up. It's plenty, should do well more than I need. So I normally just take this ink and then just run it through it like that. Give it a couple of runs through. And then I will flood the screen after that. Make sure it's looking good. Came out nice. So the way I have it set up is this top of this logo is gonna be about 3 inches down from the collar here. When I'm setting up my screen, I use a board that I've made in there that has basically 1 inch lines all the way down and across. And that way I can line up on the screen where it's going to be on here. And all I have to do is, you know, get it on the center, and then I can move these platens up and down to get it all lined up right. And it makes registration way easier, especially on like multicolored. If you're not using like a pre-registration template on multicolored prints, you're like losing so much time. It's so much faster to do it that way. Makes it a breeze to set up the multicolor ones. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this one printed. We'll see how it turns out. All right, so I tend to do better on a push. So I'm gonna push this through. Yeah, that looks way better. Okay, so yeah, I'll push these instead of pull them. I like to do that anyways. I just think it works better. So then I just pull it off of here, and then I'll send it around to the heater. Just hit it for a couple seconds because it really just needs to get a little bit dry and warmed up here because of that warp drive. Just have to get the ink gelled, and then I'll hang it up on my clothes rack over here and let it sit for a couple of days, and it'll be cured. No ink's coming off. So yeah, I'll pull it off, and then we'll, you know, you can see that there. Looks good. I'm gonna hang it up, and then we'll knock all these out real fast. Okay, so I'm gonna show you here about the drying process. Slide this up under here, let it start heating up for a few seconds, and then we'll just hit it with our laser gun here. I don't know if you can see that temperature or not, but about 280 degrees there. And then we'll just let it heat up for a second, and that ink will kind of gel a little bit. But yeah, so we'll just dry that off for a second, and that should be good. No ink coming up on my finger, so then we'll just pull that off and hang it. All right, so I just finished up the butter yellow shirts. I'm gonna get this screen cleaned off, get all this ink off. I'm gonna get some white ink ready, and then we'll knock those navy hoodies out, and then we'll be good to go. I think that'll work. Okay, that one turned out pretty good. Okay, so just finished up with the navy hoodies. Learned some lessons there. I remembered that I had bought this this stuff here, premium web adhesive. That worked a lot better. Kept them held down, so I got less misprints towards the end. Anyways, I'm gonna work on getting this stuff cleaned up, and yeah. Might try to get a run in the morning, so if I do, I will see you then. All right, y'all have a good night. Bye-bye. All right, good morning. It is, what is it, Thursday? I'm losing track of days. Heading out for a run. Gonna do a 45-minute run, 25 minutes of it being like an easier tempo. Garmin's got me doing like 8:55 miles for 25 minutes. And then, so 45-minute total run, should be about a little over 4.5 miles, I guess. But yeah, I wanted to give some life updates. So yesterday I put my 2 weeks in at my job. Been working there for coming up on 5 years now. But I just felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I kind of topped out, and I'd lost interest in the job for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 months at least. I just never really felt like motivated there anymore. Especially with the family like growing at home. I just wanted to be home more. So gonna focus on my own stuff, lean into the businesses I know. Gonna try to do more shirts, then we'll just kind of see how it goes from there. And then my wife and I are planning to move to Iowa in the spring of next year. And yeah, so big life changes coming. But anyways, I'm gonna go for a run, and then I'll check back in later. Bye-bye. It's crazy. From this run to my last run, how much better I feel. And I'm wondering how much of that was, you know, stress from the job and knowing that I was about to put my notice in. But yesterday after I did it, I felt like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. And this run has just, like, I feel so much better. I feel like I did years ago. Like, I'm obviously still not in the best shape, but it's kind of amazing how much changes just from stress, like stress relief. But yeah, super happy with that. But I'm gonna start running back to the house. I just finished up the tempo. I'm gonna run back to the house, and I'll check in after that. But I think the sky's a little bluer today. I hear birds chirping. Oh, it's a beautiful day. I think making the way I feel right now makes me really feel good about my decision. Like, I know I've got, you know, a little bit of a tougher road ahead. You know, I've got to kind of start over a little bit with the career. And, you know, I'm really grateful for my wife supporting me here with this decision. You know, she's been behind my back the whole time, so love her to death. She's just the best, and just very grateful for her and for my family for supporting me. I asked them yesterday, I said, I had my resignation letter written up, and I sent it to my family, and I said, talk me out of it. And for the most part, they were all like, do it. So, because they knew I wasn't really happy. But yeah, I mean, I feel like a new person today. It's amazing. I'd been having like a ton of stress lately, and it was definitely affecting my health. I was having like headaches and just exhausted all the time. But I woke up this morning and I was happy, like ready to go run. Just had a really good run. Felt awesome. You know, I've walked this last mile back home, but like that tempo was great. Maintained a really good pace. Felt great the whole time. It's just amazing. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get to work, start building myself back up, you know, get my businesses going. Yeah. Anyways, kind of rambling there, but I feel so much better. It's just a beautiful day. I don't even know how to explain it. I have just like this weight just came up off me. I'm about home now. I'm gonna go in here. I do have to go back to work. I'm gonna go for another 2 weeks, get everything transferred over while they find a new manager for the store. I'm not just gonna leave them high and dry. And then I'm getting a vasectomy next Thursday. We don't want any more kids popping out, so I'll probably have to take, I think he said I have to take 2 weeks off of like running and stuff, which sucks. That'll kind of set me back. But then I'll also be like completely free of the job. So I'm gonna really focus on like getting really healthy. That's one thing I really want to do, is just make sure I get as healthy as possible, lose this extra weight, eat right. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go in now. My mom's visiting for a few days, so she's helping out with the kids, which is awesome. Okay, I don't know, I'm just rambling. Okay, I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow. All right, bye-bye. All right, good morning. It's Friday. Heading out for a little run. Gonna keep it pretty easy. Be about 40 minutes or so. Nothing too special today. Just gonna get some movement in my legs. Get the workout I did yesterday. Kind of shake that loose. But anyways, yeah. The high from yesterday's still there a little bit. It's kind of worn off. A little bit of panic setting in. Got to figure out what I'm gonna do. But anyways, enough about that. I don't want to talk about it too much right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a run and be nice and easy, short and sweet. And I'll talk to you afterwards. Okay, bye-bye. All right, so I just finished up that run. I got 4 miles in, not too bad. Kind of walked a little bit towards the end. But yeah, just getting out, stretching my legs a little bit, nothing too serious. On my way to work now. Got cleaned up. But yeah, not too much happening on that run. Pretty boring, nothing to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna head to work a little bit. And then this weekend should be fun. Me and my wife are gonna do something fun. We might go to the zoo tomorrow. Might take the kids out there and go to the zoo. If so, I'll probably, take some pictures or something while I'm out there. But yeah, should be fun. But anyways, I'm gonna try to do like an hour and a half, depending on, what time. I don't know what day I'm gonna do it. It's either gonna be tomorrow or Sunday. Probably Sunday, because that just normally works better for me to run on Sunday. But anyways, yeah, heading to work, and I will catch you guys later. All right, bye-bye.
Creepy. That is so not cool. That is so cool. They like this fun over that little creepy. Oh my gosh!
It's red right now. If there's not one, let me AJ, you wanna leave? No.
And their howl can be heard up to 10 miles.
Mama!
Where?
Mom! Look how cool is Kelly! Where's the zero?
You like a safety on this?
Oh, okay, it's Sunday. Heading out for a run. It's cold. This is definitely the coldest day of the year so far. It's windy as hell too. I was planning on running some trails today, and I was planning on doing a longer trail run today, but that didn't work out. Don't have as much time as I was hoping today to do a run, and just didn't get much sleep. So I'm just gonna do like a 40-minute base run and try to get back to the house before all the kids wake up. They're all napping right now. Yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm not feeling the best. But I took a little nap, just woke up. I'm gonna try to go get it done. But yeah, I'll check back in when I'm done. Okay, just finished up 4 miles, 40 minutes. Pretty basic, nothing too exciting. Those are the kind of runs that make you just kind of hate running anyways. So, but anyways, got something done. Better than nothing. Yeah, that run was okay at best. Just boring. I was really hoping to do something fun today, but life, sometimes just gets in the way. Anyways, next week, gonna try to get a couple of runs in before my procedure Thursday. And then it'll be a couple of weeks at least of no running. So, but I won't be working anymore at that point, so I got that to look forward to. And we're going on vacation down to the beach towards the end of the month. That'll be fun. Can't wait to be with my family. So yeah, got a lot of good things coming over the next couple of months with the holidays and all. I'm really looking forward to. And I'm just really glad I don't want the stress of working anymore. During that time. And then, we'll see what next year brings. Try to really grind next year on my own stuff and hopefully build some things up. Because I feel like I've got enough business sense and, I learned a lot of things working at Fleet Feet, being, in a management position. And then, hopefully I can pair that with a lot of my experience that I had beforehand with construction and all the stuff I've learned about screen printing over the last 6 months. Really want to develop that a lot more too. But yeah, anyways, back home, gonna go inside, hang out with the family. They're probably up by now, rambling. I'm gonna go inside. So I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye bye.